Ladies, I need you to lean in and listen close because what I'm about to tell you is life-changing. Love isn't always loud. It isn't always obvious. Sometimes the deepest connections are quiet. Sometimes the strongest signals come before words are spoken. And if a man's soul has already chosen you, you will feel it. Not in promises, not in gifts, not in Instagram posts, but in the way your heart responds, in the way your spirit breathes easier, in the subtle shifts you can't ignore. I'm talking about those moments when you think something about him is different, when you notice a calm in his presence that didn't exist before, when he listens without trying to fix you, when he respects your silence, when he returns even after distance. Those are not coincidences, ladies. Those are signs. Signs that his soul has already aligned with yours, that the connection is deeper than chemistry, and that no one else can replace the space you occupy in his heart. Tonight, I want to teach you how to recognize these 8 deep signs, the signals that show he's not just interested, but chosen. This isn't about reading text wrong. This isn't about overanalyzing. This is about tuning into truth, your truth, his soul's truth. By the end of this talk, you will not doubt yourself. You will not settle for confusion. You will know the difference between temporary attention and soul-level recognition. Ladies, it's time to open your eyes, trust your instincts, and honor the signs, because when his soul has chosen you, everything changes. And tonight, we're going to break it down step by step. Sign number 1, his peace finds you before he does. Ladies, let me tell you something real. When a man's soul chooses you, his peace shows up in your life long before the man ever does. I ain't talking about flowers, fancy words, or sweet promises. I'm talking about energy. That calm you feel when you think of him, that soft exhale your heart releases when his name pops into your mind, that unexplainable comfort you feel in your spirit, even on the days you barely speak. His presence starts healing you before his arms ever touch you. See, when a man's soul is aligned with yours, he doesn't storm into your life like chaos. He enters like a quiet sunrise. He doesn't disturb your life, he settles it. You start sleeping better. Your anxiety stops doing backflips. Your mind stops running marathons at 3 a.m. You feel steadier, stronger, more grounded. And the crazy part, half the time you don't even know why. Because peace is the first language of a man who's truly chosen you. Real men don't bring confusion, they clear confusion. They don't drain your energy, they recharge it. They don't make you question your worth, they make you remember it. Let me give it to you straight. A man can talk all day, text you all night, call you every morning. But if your spirit is uneasy, he ain't chosen you. When a man's soul truly connects with yours, your heart feels like home, not a battlefield. Start noticing subtle things. You feel safer just being yourself. You don't have to act stronger than you are. You don't have to pretend you don't care. You don't have to shrink to fit into his world. Something inside says, I can breathe here. You feel like your softness is protected, not punished. You feel like your silence is respected, not questioned. And hear me clearly, when a man's peace reaches you first, it heals things in you that no man ever touched. It soothes wounds you didn't talk about. It lifts burdens you've carried alone for years. It reminds you that love ain't supposed to hurt every day. Real love feels like rest, not stress. Most women don't realize this sign because they're used to confusion. They're used to fighting. They're used to proving themselves. But when the right soul steps in, he doesn't take your peace. He hands you back the peace the wrong man stole. So if lately you've been feeling calm, centered, lighter, if your spirit feels more open and less guarded, if your heart is warming up without forcing anything, baby, that ain't an accident. That's alignment. That's his soul recognizing yours before his body even walks into the room. And trust me, when a man's peace chooses you, everything else follows. Sign number 2, he listens to you even when he's silent. Ladies, let me break something down that most women misunderstand. A man doesn't have to talk to be listening. A man doesn't have to respond to be receiving. A man doesn't have to speak to be completely tuned into you. When a man's soul has chosen you, he listens to you in ways that have nothing to do with word. His silence is not distance, it's absorption. That man is taking in your thoughts, your feelings, your energy, even when his mouth ain't moving. See, men don't always communicate like we want them to. They don't always jump into deep conversations. They don't always express every emotion right away. But when a man's soul is tied to yours, he doesn't listen with his ears first. He listens with his focus. You tell him something once and he remembers it. You drop a small detail and he stores it. You express a fear and he starts adjusting his behavior without announcing it. That's a chosen woman effect. That's soul listening. Ladies, you ever notice how some men hear you but nothing changes? Yeah, that's because you were background noise, not priority. But when a man is silent yet attentive, quiet yet responsive, calm yet connected, that's a man who's listening internally. A man who's studying your world, not just your words. A man who's paying attention to what matters to you because you matter to him. Let me paint a picture. You're talking about your day, your stress, something that bothered you. He's not interrupting, he's not rushing you, he's not scrolling his phone while nodding like a robot. Instead, he's watching you. He's observing your tone, he's reading between the lines, he's hearing everything you aren't saying out loud. That's silence. That's the space where real men process how to protect you. A man who has chosen you doesn't talk over your pain. He listens through it. He listens to the shake in your voice. He listens to the sigh between your sentences. He listens to the weight you're carrying, even when you're trying to act strong. And here's the part most women miss. A chosen man listens from a place of responsibility, not pressure. Responsibility, meaning he's listening because he wants to show up for you better. He's listening because he's planning his next step with you in mind. He's listening because your emotions matter to him more than his ego. Ladies, a man who listens in silence, that man is dangerous in the best way because he's not reacting. He's understanding. He's not performing. He's connecting. He's not entertaining you. He's choosing you. So if a man is quiet but present, silent but attentive, calm but deeply dialed in, baby, don't confuse that with disinterest. Some of the loudest love arrives in silence. His soul hears you before his words ever do. Sign number 3, your absence hits him harder than your presence. Ladies, let me tell you something real. A woman never knows her power until she steps back, not walks away out of anger, not ghosts him out of games, but steps back from a place of self-respect, peace, and clarity. When a man's soul is tied to yours, your absence hits him like a punch he never saw coming because your presence was something he got used to, but your absence becomes something he can't escape. See, when you were there, answering messages, calming his storms, supporting his ideas, bringing light into his dark moments, he thought it was normal. He thought it was just who you are. He didn't realize it was a blessing. He didn't realize it was access. He didn't realize it was love in motion. But the moment you pull that presence back, the moment you stop overgiving, the moment you stop showing up for someone who stopped showing up for you, ladies, that's when the echo of your absence starts shaking his world. Your silence gets louder than your words ever did. Your distance becomes the mirror he never wanted to look into. Your calm becomes the lesson he thought he'd never get tested on. A man can ignore your presence, but he cannot escape your absence because presence is comfort. Absence is consequence. Let me paint this in real life terms. When you were around, he didn't notice how peaceful your energy was. Now every room feels heavier without you. When you were texting back, he didn't value the connection. Now the empty screen feels like a punishment he gave himself. When you were checking on his day, he barely appreciated it. Now he goes through entire days feeling unseen and wonders why it hurts. Ladies, your absence becomes the moment a man finally understands the difference between I had her and I lost her. And here's the twist. He doesn't miss your body first. He misses your impact, your presence, your warmth, your voice, your energy, your grounding effect. He starts replaying old messages. He starts remembering things you said he didn't pay attention to at the time. He starts thinking about the way you loved him, not loudly, but consistently. And he realizes something he never thought he'd admit. Your presence brought him peace, but your absence brings him clarity. Clarity about his mistakes, clarity about his ego, clarity about the woman he took for granted, clarity about the connection he thought would always be there. Ladies, when his soul has chosen you, your absence doesn't just hurt, it wakes him up. It forces him to grow. It forces him to reflect. It forces him to confront the truth. You weren't any woman, you were the woman. And he feels the difference the moment you stop standing where he left you. Sign number 4, he protects your heart even when he's not ready for you. Ladies, let me break something down that most women miss. When a man's soul has already chosen you, he protects your heart even before he can offer you his own. That's how you know the connection is deeper than timing, deeper than circumstances, deeper than the season he's in. A man who is spiritually tied to you will not play with you, even if he can't fully love you yet. See, an emotionally immature man will take everything you give and give nothing back. But a man whose soul recognizes your value, he becomes careful with you, gentle with you, intentional with you. Even in his confusion, he refuses to damage you. Even in his silence, he refuses to mislead you. Even in his unpreparedness, he refuses to break what he knows he can't replace. Women think protection means he fights someone for me. No, sometimes protection is him stepping back instead of stepping into your life half ready. Sometimes protection is him not flirting with you when he knows he can't offer commitment. Sometimes protection is him not dragging you into his chaos when he knows your heart deserves peace. Let me tell you what a man does when his soul chooses you. He watches his tone around you. He respects your boundaries. He doesn't feed you hope just to feed his ego. He doesn't let you fall deeper if he knows he's still climbing out of his own wounds. This man, this soul-aligned man, he protects you from himself. He knows your heart is rare. He knows your softness is sacred. He knows your presence is healing. And even if he hasn't healed fully yet, even if he hasn't grown into the man he wants to be, even if timing isn't lining up, he makes sure he doesn't turn into the reason you lose faith in love. Ladies, a soul-chosen man doesn't take advantage of access to you. He cherishes it. And if he feels himself slipping into patterns that could hurt you, he pulls away not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much to damage something that feels divine. He may not send long messages, but his silence won't disrespect you. He may not be ready for a relationship, but he won't breadcrumb you. He may not say, "I love you," but he won't risk losing the chance to say it one day. His actions whisper what his words can't yet speak. I can't have you fully right now, but I refuse to mistreat you while I figure myself out. That, ladies, is protection. That is soul recognition. That is a man whose heart feels something real, something rare, something he does not want to ruin. When a man guards your heart while he's still growing, believe me, his soul chose you long before his readiness caught up. Sign number 5, he feels responsible for your well-being. Ladies, hear me loud and clear on this one. When a man's soul has already chosen you, something shifts in him, something deep, something ancient, something he can't explain even if you asked him. He starts feeling responsible for your well-being, not because he's trying to control you, but because he genuinely cares about how you feel, how you're moving through life, and whether you're okay. A man who's spiritually tied to you can't sleep right if he knows you're hurting. He can't sit comfortably if he senses your stress. He cannot detach emotionally if something feels off with you. You become part of his emotional radar. And trust me, men don't put just anybody on that radar. This isn't the man who replies to your message 3 days later. This isn't the man who says she'll figure it out. This isn't the man who ignores your tears, your silence, or your distance. When his soul has recognized yours, he steps into a different version of himself. He becomes alert, aware, tuned in. He pays attention to the tone of your voice. He notices when you're quieter than usual. He picks up on the shift in your energy, even if you don't say a single word. A woman can say, "I'm fine," and every other man will take that sentence at face value. But the man whose soul chose you, he hears everything behind the silence. He'll check on you not for validation, but out of genuine concern. He'll ask how you're doing, not out of obligation, but because your well-being affects his peace. Your sadness feels heavy on his chest. Your joy feels like oxygen to him. This is the man who sends, "Did you eat? Are you home safe? Let me know when you get there." Not because he's trying to track you, but because he feels connected to your safety. Ladies, men don't do that for women they don't feel spiritually responsible for. A man may flirt with many, but he protects only one. And responsibility doesn't mean he tries to fix everything either. Sometimes he protects your well-being by giving you space when you need to think. Sometimes he protects it by being gentle with his words. Sometimes he protects it by stepping in when life overwhelms you. Sometimes he protects it by stepping back when he knows he's the one causing confusion. Either way, he protects, he shows up, he cares. And here's the part most women don't realize. A man doesn't feel responsible for your well-being unless he feels spiritually safe with you too. You calm something inside him. You anchor him. Your presence feels like a balm to his heart. Your energy brings him balance he didn't even know he needed. So when a man starts checking on you, supporting you, listening to you, watching over you in ways he doesn't do for anyone else, that's not coincidence. That's not just being nice. That's not routine. That is his soul saying, "I can't let anything happen to her. She matters." Because when a man feels responsible for your well-being, his heart has already made a choice. His mind hasn't fully spoken out loud yet. Sign number 6. Other women can enter his life, but they can't replace you. Ladies, hear me when I say this. When a man's soul has truly chosen you, other women may walk into his life, but none of them can take your place. Not in his heart, not in his mind, not in the quiet spaces of his spirit where your presence has already rooted itself. See, men can be distracted, but they cannot be replaced. Not when the connection is soul level. Not when the impact is spiritual. Not when the bond is something deeper than words, labels, or timing. Other women may catch his attention, but you caught his alignment. That's different. When his soul recognizes you, he may try to move on. He may try to entertain someone else. He may even try to convince himself he can forget you, but he can't because he doesn't miss a woman. He misses you, your energy, your peace, your voice. The way you looked at him like you saw the man under the armor. The way you understood him without him having to perform, pretend, or act strong. Let me explain this the way Steve Harvey would say it in a room full of ladies. A man can replace your body, but he cannot replace your spirit. He can replace attention, but he cannot replace connection. He can replace conversations, but he cannot replace the way your silence made him feel safe. Other women might make him laugh, but they don't calm his soul. Other women might look good, but they don't feel like home. Other women might flirt, but they don't touch the part of him you already healed. Every woman after you is compared to you, even if he never admits it. He notices the way they don't understand his humor the way you did. He notices the way they don't ask the right questions. He notices the way their energy doesn't settle him. It drains him. He notices the difference between effort and connection, and it rattles him. Because deep down, he knows something he never wanted to face. Your presence wasn't regular. Your love wasn't normal. Your energy wasn't replaceable. He may go on dates. He may talk to other women. He may smile in pictures. But inside, he knows none of them carry your soul. None of them feel like destiny. None of them make him breathe easier. None of them bring him the peace he lost when he lost you. And here's the real truth, ladies. Men usually realize the value of a woman when they meet someone who highlights the difference. Other women show him what you were. Their presence makes him miss what you brought. Their energy reminds him that connection can't be duplicated, only discovered once. Because when his soul has chosen you, he may wander, he may struggle, he may try to move on, but nobody fits, nobody aligns, nobody feels right. Other women can enter his life, but they ain't you. And he knows that every single day. Sign number 7, he opens parts of himself that he hides from everyone else. Ladies, listen to me carefully. This is one of the deepest, most telling signs that a man's soul has already chosen you. A man doesn't reveal his heart to just anybody. He doesn't show his fears, his scars, or the parts of himself he's ashamed of to every woman who comes along. But when his soul connects to yours, something shifts, and suddenly he's revealing pieces of himself he's guarded for years. See, most men live with walls around their hearts. They build them to protect themselves from pain, disappointment, rejection. They don't let people in lightly. Some of them spend years hiding vulnerabilities they can't even admit to themselves. But when a man opens those hidden parts to you, baby, that's proof. Proof that your soul has touched something inside of him that no one else has ever reached. It's not just small talk. It's not surface level sharing. It's real life, real struggle, real emotion. He tells you about the mistakes he made, the ones he pretends never happened. He talks about the pain that keeps him up at night, the wounds he keeps bearing. He admits the fears he's too proud to admit elsewhere. He shares dreams he's too scared to chase alone. That's not casual conversation. That's trust at the deepest level. When a man shows you what he hides from everyone else, it's a declaration without words. It's saying, I'm letting you see me, even the parts that scare me, because I feel safe with you. And ladies, safety isn't just physical. Safety is emotional, spiritual, soul level. That's why he only reveals this to you. Think about it. He doesn't show these things to his friends, his coworkers, or even his family sometimes. But with you, he lets walls fall. He lets masks slip. He lets the real him breathe. And that's powerful because it shows he recognizes your worth, your patience, your understanding. He trusts that you won't exploit these parts of him. He believes that you'll handle his truth with respect. This level of intimacy isn't casual. It's rare, it's sacred, and it's a sign that the man in front of you isn't just interested in a relationship. He's invested in connecting with the real you while he shows you the real him. Ladies, pay attention to this one. When he shares the parts of himself that are usually hidden, you're not just witnessing honesty, you're witnessing soul recognition. He's chosen you not just for your beauty, not just for your energy, but for your ability to hold his whole self. Because a man who reveals what he hides from the world isn't just opening up. He's saying, you matter enough for me to risk being seen fully and vulnerably. And that, ladies, is a truth worth holding on to. Sign number 8, he always finds his way back to you. Ladies, this is the sign that separates infatuation from destiny, chemistry from connection, and temporary feelings from soul recognition. When a man's soul has already chosen you, no matter what detours he takes, no matter what confusion he walks through, no matter how far he drifts, he always finds his way back to you. Not because you're convenient, not because you're familiar, not because you're easy, but because something in him is pulled towards you again and again like gravity, like instinct, like home. A man can lose himself for a season. He can get caught up in fear, ego, immaturity, timing, pride. He can try to convince himself he doesn't care as deeply as he does. He can run, distract himself, shut down, pull away. But a soul-chosen woman, he can't forget her. He can't erase her. He can't replace her. He can't detach from the connection without feeling like he's leaving a piece of himself behind. See, when a bond is superficial, he moves on effortlessly. But when a bond is spiritual, it follows him everywhere. In every conversation, in every quiet night, in every moment he pretends he's fine. And you'll see it. You'll see it in the way he circles back, not just physically, but emotionally. He comes back with more clarity. He comes back with more honesty. He comes back with more intention. He comes back with more appreciation. He comes back because he finally realizes, I had something rare and I wasn't ready, but I can't lose it. When a man finds his way back to you, it's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's a long message out of nowhere. Sometimes it's him apologizing in his own imperfect way. Sometimes it's him showing up differently, softer, more aware. Sometimes it's him admitting he messed up. Sometimes it's him taking accountability. Sometimes it's him choosing you without hesitation this time. But however it happens, the truth is the same. The connection didn't disappear. It just needed room. Love didn't fade. It needed maturity. He didn't stop feeling. He needed to grow into the feelings. A man whose soul has chosen you doesn't come back because he's weak. He comes back because he's aligned, because something about you is irreplaceable, because you bring him peace he can't manufacture anywhere else, because walking away from you feels wrong in a way he can't deny. Ladies, don't confuse this with chasing. You are not supposed to chase. You are not supposed to wait in pain. You are not supposed to lose yourself hoping he returns. But understand this truth: when a connection is soul chosen, it doesn't collapse under distance. It doesn't disappear with time. It doesn't dissolve because life got messy. It pauses, it breathes, it recalibrates, and then it returns stronger, clearer, deeper, because a man whose soul has already chosen you may wander, but his heart will always know the way home. Ladies, listen to me closely. All 8 of these signs are not coincidences. They're your proof. Proof that a man who is meant for you will move differently, feel differently, and choose differently. You don't have to chase, beg, or shrink yourself to be loved. You don't have to over-explain, over-apologize, or overextend your energy to be seen. Your worth isn't measured by his attention. It's anchored in your peace, your strength, your clarity. A man whose soul has chosen you will honor that. He will show up in ways that matter. He will listen, protect, and return because he can't help himself. He sees your value even when you doubt it. So today, I want you to stand tall, stand proud, hold your energy sacred. Let your presence speak louder than your words. Walk in your confidence. Embrace your silence when needed, and let your absence remind him of what he can't replace. You are not here to be anyone's backup plan. You are a queen, a force, a soul that commands respect. Let this be your declaration. You will no longer settle for less than what your heart deserves. You will no longer waste your energy proving your worth to someone who isn't aligned with your soul. You will honor yourself, your journey, and your peace above all else. Ladies, the right man will recognize your value, cherish your essence, and choose you wholeheartedly. But even if he doesn't, you remain whole, powerful, and unshakable. Stand in your power, queen. Your soul knows the truth, and your life is a testament to it. Keep walking in your light. Keep holding your peace, and never forget, you are irreplaceable, undeniable, and unapologetically worthy.